Good afternoon, Professor, and good afternoon, my dear friends. Today I'm making the video of assignment. It's me, Shrestha Sundas from BBA Fall 2017, and I'm sharing my um, assignment one, sharing my screen assignment one with all of that's the cover page of my assignment. And suppose you want to start question number one. Suppose you want to start your own company after graduation. Then I would like to start Smart Agriculture as my business, and then after I would like to use smart agriculture with Internet of Things because it can be a game changer for Nepal business as well. Because lots of Nepalese people or farmers are still utilizing the primitive ways of equipments. So I want to make them as smart agriculture by having internet and I want to introduce them a modern equipment style so that they can have more production in their farming and some of scientific ways of farming. I want to introduce them, and I want to establish a smart farming business in Nepal after my graduation. Then after my company starts with the mutual agreement of our group. That means it is like a partnership firm. Then after what is the question just asks about the advantage and disadvantage of my firms comparison to other general and hybrid firms. Then the advantage of my firm is like partners are responsible for all outstanding debt. That means not only me, all partners are responsible for outstanding debt of the firm and responsible for to carry out the firm objective and goals. And the disadvantage of my firm is that in comparison to a general or hybrid firm, decision cannot be made by one person, and time consuming is one of the most disadvantage of my firms because time consume in decision making leads to different disadvantage during a quick decision making time. In some time or in some period of time we should make our business with a quick decision. So in that terms, like partnership business has its own disadvantage because all the partners should be consulted during the decision making. And goal of management is to maximize the value of business. Explain why this goal different from profit maximization. Because if I want to give an example related with brand name like Apple, then Apple didn't think about its profit maximization at first. They think about to maximize its value. In 2015 July, Apple share were 125 times more than in October 2001 because it's provide the quality and a good brand and a price affordable product that can be used by customers. Therefore its values of its value of its brand is always greater than profit maximization. And after after getting or after making its maximizing its value, profit maximization will be automatically made. Like we can see Apple products are being used by all people all over the world. And what is the agency problem in corporate management? So and list and explain the few ways of handling it. The detachment of ownership and control in corporation manager have low intention to work in interest of shareholder. So when manager put their own self interest ahead of interest of shareholders, then it is called agency problem in corporate management. Corporate management. And how can it can be solved and handled properly? Like the few of the examples are like manager compensation contracts are designed to ensure that most decisions in the shareholder interests are also in manager's interest. So in this time by recompensing performance, the shareholder like might make the manager to take more risks. So, and if the manager don't will to do that, uh, then there are not so good managers to take risks at all the time. So decision decision made by managers should be reduced in some ways to handle the agency problem in corporate management. And while regarding the corporate social responsibility, like mm, uh, due to excessive profit, Walmart in 2013 gave $312 million in cash to charity. So this type of charity uh, should be given, or should be charity decision should be made by all of the members of the firms, so that all people are willing to donate their excess profit to the outside people, or people who are in need. And by doing this, agency cannot create a problem in corporate world. Similarly, question number 4, list and explain some of the key difference between GAAP and IFRS presented in lecture. So GAAP is known to be general accepted accounting principle, whereas IFRS is known as international financial reporting standards. And different countries in the world use these two method of accounting principle or financial reporting standards. Like USA and Japan, they are the two countries using generally accepted principle, whereas like IFRS are used by country within European Union and Asian countries like Singapore, Hong Kong, Taiwan, China, and India are also one using this system. And some of the key differences of GAAP and IFRS are: GAAP follows the accounting rules with particular guidance in applying them, whereas IFRS follows principle requiring judgment made by accountants and specific guidance is limited. And there are different balance sheet, income statement, and cash flow statement in these two accounting system. Like balance sheet in GAAP common separation of current and non-current asset and liabilities, but in IFRS requires the split of current and non-current asset and liabilities. So these are some of the differences. And this is my income statement according to the question given by professor in assignment. Sales for 4,050,000, and cost of goods sold is minus, then you will get gross profit. And in selling expenses, depreciation expense, management expense, research and development expense, amortization are given. This should be minus with gross profit, so that you can check out operating expenses. And other income should be added in operating expenses to get EBIT. And internet expenses should be deducted to get pre-tax income. And corporate tax is 32%. So 32% of that pre-tax income is 16,000. You will get 34,000 net income. And earning per share is 34,000 divided by 8 million, because earning per share formula is net income by there is a given number of stock outstanding. And diluted earnings share is um, net income by number of shares outstanding plus a number of outstanding in forms of convertible bond and stock. You will get this. And after that, you will get cash flow statement. There is operating activities, net income, depreciation, amortization, and cash flow of changes. This will give you cash form of operating activities 55,000. Then you can have change in cash at last 69,000. Net income from my income statement is not cash the company generated in cash flow statement, because the income statement reports the film revenue and expenses, but cash flow represents the cash used or provided from operating, investing, and financing activities. Therefore, I didn't mention cash the company generated in cash flow statement. My net income from my income statement is not cash. the company generated in cash flow statement. Thank you.